Is the Gypsy King about to have one more fight before the AJ showdown eventually happens? If Twitter rumours and others are to be believed, it could be the case. Hello everybody and welcome back to Full House Sports. Here myself, Charlie. And before the video starts, please like, comment and subscribe. And if you guys do, it's greatly appreciated as I try to become a one-man sports news bandwagon. Yes, the Tyson Fury bandwagon could very much be rolling into Dublin in August. That is if rumours are to be believed. And also Frank Warren seemingly confirmed that in an interview with Sky Sports Boxing that Fury will return on his card in August, or a card in August in Dublin. I've got to say, it's going to be an incredible week or weeks of boxing in Dublin, which it deserves because it's a great fighting city. It's a great city itself, to be honest with you, to go to. And when you've got Pierce O'Leary versus Mark Chamberlain, you've also got the Zuffa show happening that's kind of going a little bit under the radar, I think. But Callum Walsh's headline there. Also, Aaron McKenna confirmed for that show up against Alinga for the vacant IBF. Lot to sort out there with what's going on with the alphabet belts. But less on that and more on Tyson Fury. Because it looks like he is going to be going to the Irish capital in order to have another tune-up before eventually we supposedly get the AJ fight. Now, I think my voice and my tone probably tells you that. I think I, like many British box fans, are tired of this merry-go-round. I'm tired of this merry-go-round. I'm tired of journalists and pundits peddling it out for views. I suppose I'm doing that a little bit. But I'm also talking about who Fury could face in Dublin. The fight just needs to happen now. I think there's no doubt about it. AJ, I get, probably does need one because of what happened in the winter over in Africa. A terrible accident. And he does need a tune-up. He probably needs to as well see mentally where he's at in terms of what he feels in a camp. As for Fury, of course, we had the Makhmedov fight on Netflix. And I didn't think he looked too bad. I didn't think he looked amazing. But I think that was probably also quite hard to do against Makhmedov, whose style was not great. Let's be realistic. Who he could face is an interesting one. I see people call him for many different names. And I think you've got to be realistic with it. He's not going to risk an AJ payday for a potential danger banana skin. Even someone like Andy Ruiz, I think he's probably going to be considered too dangerous. Even someone like a Big Baby Miller is probably going to be considered too dangerous. Now, in my opinion, I think it's going to be Nelson Hisa, who is promoted by Queensberry. He is Albanian. He's the best Albanian heavyweight, which says a lot about Prenga, who AJ fights on July 25th. He is the best Albanian heavyweight. He's a guy who has undefeated. He's also quite highly ranked with the WBO and also highly ranked by BoxRec. I think that might be more down to clever matchmaking than the fact that how good he is. He's quite old as well at 40, so realistically probably knows that he is, because of his name, he's not at the front of the queue in order to fight for a world title. So I think an opportunity for him would probably come in one of these style of fights where he's used as almost a tune-up, get a big payday, and then ride off into the sunset or continue fighting, but quite happy because you've sort of had that big fight. I think it could be him. I know someone said to me the other day that it could be Jermaine Franklin. I hope not, because of what Italma did to Franklin. I think that automatically lessens itself in terms of value. But it is a tune-up. So fundamentally, we know that we're not going to get, like I say, we're not going to get a Stone Cold Killer in there. We're not going to get a guy who's top 10, top 15. Like I say, I would just want to see this fight now, Fury AJ. I don't particularly care for these tune-ups. We've seen the whole sort of rigmarole in terms of they have a face-off, they do the talk, they talk a lot on social media, the promoters go at it. I don't need it anymore. We've spent 10 years as British boxing fans hearing this. We just want to get the fight now. I just think, like I say, I think it will be Hisa. Vianello's, I think, not one to be ruled out. I know he was ringside at a Queensberry show recently. That's one a name that I'd maybe throw in there just as a potential. But again, you never know what could happen there. In terms of, is he being lined up for someone else? Is he being lined up for, I don't know, an Italma? I mean, even someone like a David Adelaide, could he land the fight? I mean, he's not been active, but could he land the Fury payday just as a warm-up? I mean, he might be too young and fresh maybe for Fury. Fury probably wants a lump in front of him like Makhmedov, who he can just get the jabs off and do some work against and get some rounds in. Yeah. I mean, listen, this could point to a Katie Taylor card in Dublin, which if so is incredible, but I think we all just want to see now the AJ fight. As always, guys, let us know what you think. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys do, it's greatly appreciated as I try to become a one-man sports news bandwagon. As always, have a great day.